The beginning after the end has been adapted.
Yes! 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 Yes!
This one I've been waiting for a long time. It's one of my favorite manhwas that I've ever read. It's got a lot of vibes that are very similar to Mushoku Tensei, but honestly, the way it's done is just way more mature and way less perverted. You know what I mean?
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
This character, Arthur Lowen, he is him. I can't wait for y'all to experience this one. Check it out. Let's talk about it, man.
So his name is Arthur, correct?
Arthur Lewin. Lewin.
All right, man. So all I'm saying is the first 5 seconds I see this man, Arthur Lewin, kill some other guy, right? And the next thing I know, I see a bunch of spaceships just fly over the city.
It happened.
Now, please explain what that was, because I do not know.
I've actually read this one, so let me explain a little bit of the backstory there.
Mm-hmm.
That was him in his past life.
Okay.
In his past life, he pretty much was like an orphan, but he climbed up the societal ranks because he was really skilled with an energy source they call ki, and he became a king for his nation. And in that world, kings essentially decide wars, right? So the king is usually like one of the strongest people in the nation, and they fight other nations' kings or other people from their nation, challenge them for their like throne.
So it's like a 1v1 thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
And whoever wins the 1v1 gets to obliterate the other side fully. Not fully, but like, you know what I'm saying? You get to do some damage to the other side.
So less casualties then.
Yeah, less casualties in general, right? Because usually in war, like both sides are going to take some L's. But that way, it's really just one side takes a certain amount of L's based off of what was wagered for like the duel. So he was just like that. Like he was undefeated. He was smacking everybody.
So my question is, why would they just destroy when they could just take the land?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like they would take the land afterwards.
Oh, okay, because the way it looked, it just looked like they were exploding everything, and then
it did look like they was just
it just looked like they were
indiscriminately.
Yeah, so I was confused. I didn't know if it was like they're taking the land and using it for resources or whatever.
I think that's kind of what was happening, but I think they just showed it that way just to drive the point home.
Okay,
that like I won and now y'all get obliterated. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But yeah, in his first life, he was a cold dude. You know what I'm saying? He was legit. Like Alexander the Great type of Himothy. So he was conquering people. And so it's just crazy because they don't really explain exactly what happened to lead to his death. It's kind of like assumed that he like maybe got poisoned because he didn't lose.
Yeah, he just randomly just fell to the floor and I was like, what?
So I would assume he got poisoned, you know what I'm saying, based off of what that is. Because I haven't read the beginning in a long time. But when he wakes up, bro, he's just like, imagine like a sociopath, like super cold warrior king is your baby now.
Facts.
That's what he is. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it does give a lot of like Mushoku Tensei vibes in terms of like how he was able to wake up and like low-key start reading and learning about the world from an early age. But like instead of it being like a 40-year-old loser who's just like, you know what I'm saying, happy to be like looking at some lady's boobs. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude's really like locked in like, I need a strategic understanding of this world.
Since birth.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Since birth.
Like, he's really cold like that because that's just the life he lived, you know?
He was actually upset that he just couldn't control the way he is because he's a baby.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, crazy stuff. He's like, why can't I walk yet? Bro, you were just born.
Hans was reading books.
He's like 6 months old reading and stuff.
Reading books, bro. That was crazy.
Like, he's different. You know what I mean?
I just don't think how the parents didn't look at him crazy though. It's like the first like 6 months and he's reading books. Like
they probably feel like, oh, this
he's just looking at the pictures. He don't know, but I'm like, nah, what's going on. Nah, that's crazy.
Nah, he was locked in like Ryu Senkai.
Like, man started glowing and
he was going crazy, boy.
Yeah.
But like, I just feel like it's gonna be a refreshing take because this first episode doesn't really like. It's just a very like setup episode, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I think this one also kind of goes over like how his like parents were treating him too, or like the family that raised him.
True.
He wasn't used to like them being so nice.
Because
like,
he never had that. You know what I'm saying?
He's seeing them cry and things like that. And he's just like, what is this? Never experienced
a robot.
like that. And then he finally got to let out a few cries because like he's not used to that. So it's like
100%
something different. Yeah.
So I think that's like the cool thing about it. You'll also see him struggle with that, even like when he gets older in the show, because he comes from like a very harsh background. Like homie was an orphan, like he got used his whole life essentially. You know what I mean? So he sees everything as like either an opportunity or like an opportunity to either like grow or to crush somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So like it takes him a while to like really start to like just like accept having normal friendships, like trying to relate with his parents. But it's only gonna get crazier from here. I ain't even gonna lie. If y'all thought Rudius was OD, author's way crazier than that. Because like I said, he's done a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like first time Rudius killed somebody, I'm gonna say Rudius was shaking. Author gonna be like,
it's another one.
Feels good. Maybe not that bad, but you know what I'm saying? Like he's low key, he's ready for that action. You know what I mean? So it's just gonna be cool to watch him kind of like learn how to like socialize normally, but then also like how he figures out his powers, because this story is a lot more grounded than you would otherwise assume as far as like how they approach like every part of his life. You know what I mean? So I think that's just going to be what's really interesting, because these stories I think came out around the same time. Mushoku might have been a little bit like earlier, so like kind of inspire it, but the way they handle it, I think people are going to really like this, especially people who may think Mushoku's like cool, but then you see the perversion this man Rudy's be doing. It just throws you off the show. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
Yeah, like it's gonna be like it's gonna be Mushoku for people who are normal. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get the same kind of world building, a lot of the same like emotional developments. Maybe not done the exact same way, depends on how they really animate it, but just way less perversion, more focused on like real stuff. And later on, you know what I'm saying, whenever he does have love interest, it's not weird, because I'm not gonna spoil what exactly happens, but homegirl's age appropriate. That's all I'm gonna say. So you won't have to worry about him out here talking to 16-year-olds just because he's 16, even though he used to be 60. You know what I'm saying? Type of vibes. But it's tough, man. I think it's gonna be cool. Like I said, this first episode, I'd probably give like a 7. You know what I'm saying? Not much happened.
Not much happened. Just kind of building the story. So
exactly, you just kind of get to see him learn about the world, learn about magic. Loki unlocks some magic. They gonna need a new house.
He did do that. I forgot. He blew up the house.
Yeah, I would have got rid of that.
Man,
I'm just kidding. But like Loki, though, I'd be looking at him like, I would never let my kid live that down. Did you know what you did?
Facts. I was proud, but do you know what you did?
That's crazy as heck, man. But y'all let us know what y'all think of the beginning after the end. Like I said, manga readers, please don't spoil, but this one's gonna be nice. Trust me.